All right, thanks, guys. We are 15, 3, and 1 in our last 19 daily double picks. We're also 14, 3, and 1 in our last 18 college football picks. That's going to put us at 83% in that daily double and 82% in that college football tier. We're also 45, 31, and 3 in our last 79 plays across the board. And you can find all those on patreon.com/BrockPage. Link for that site is in the description section below. All right, we're going to hop into some NHL action as we have the beginning of the season here tonight. So let's go ahead and begin with Ottawa taking on Toronto. That's going to be a 7 o'clock Eastern puck drop this evening. Now, Toronto's minus 300, total at 6.5. We haven't seen much movement on the total, although we did see a 40-cent move toward the Maple Leafs in the early wagering. Toronto opened 260, up to minus 300, totals at 6.5. 71% of the consensus is leaning toward Toronto, 63% shaded toward the over. Right now, Ottawa is plus 255 on the money line. Toronto minus $1.10, laying the goal and a half. We have Craig Anderson for the Senators, Freddie Anderson for the Maple Leafs. I'm going to lean Toronto in this matchup here. I'm also going to lean Toronto laying the goal and a half. Give me Toronto minus 1.5 and the over 6.5 goals in that game. Next matchup, Caps, Blues, 8 o'clock St. Louis. The Blues are 145, total 5.5. Pretty good two-way action on this game here. Not a whole lot of movement on either the side or the total. Once again, St. Louis minus 145, total 5.5. 61% are leaning Washington, 73% shaded toward the over. Right now, the Caps are plus $1.25 on the road. St. Louis plus $1.90, laying the goal and a half. We have Braden Holtby for the Caps, Jordan Binnington for the Blues. I think there's exceptional value in this game. I'm going to lean Washington plus 125 and the under 5.5 in that matchup there. Next game, Canucks, Oilers, 10 o'clock Edmonton. The Oilers are minus 130, total 5.5. 51% are leaning Vancouver, 82% shaded toward the over. Right now, the Canucks are plus 120 on the money line. Edmonton plus 195 on the puck line. We have Jacob Markstrom for the Canucks, Mike Smith for the Oilers. I think this is another good spot for backers of the road dog. I'm going to lean Vancouver plus $1.20 and the over 5.5 goals in that game. And we're going to slide into our next and final matchup for the show. It is going to be Sharks, Golden Knights, 10:30 Vegas. Golden Knights are 165, total 6.5. Now, we did see movement upward on the total in this matchup here. So, once again, Vegas is a $1.65 favorite. Total open 6, up to 6.5. 61% are leaning Vegas Golden Knights. 59% shaded toward the over. Right now, the Sharks are plus 150 on the money line. Vegas plus $1.70, laying the goal and a half. We have Martin Jones for the Sharks, Marc-Andre Fleury for the Golden Knights. I think this one should be a lot closer than people think. I know that looks like the markets are projecting pretty much an offensive onslaught here, but I digress. I think this one's going to stay under. So in that case, I'm going to lean San Jose plus 1.5 and the under 6.5 goals in that game. And once again, we're going to slide into a quick pick recap, although we pretty much capped these games, didn't get too in-depth with the stats and the numbers. We'll get to that later in the month. But anyway, let's slide into our quick pick recap brought to you by patreon.com/BrockPage. We have the Sharks plus 1.5, under 6.5. Vancouver plus 120, over 5.5. Let's try that again. Let's start over there. San Jose plus 1.5, under 6.5. Vancouver plus 120, over 5.5. Washington plus 125, under 5.5. And last but not least, Toronto minus 1.5, over 6.5 in that game. All right, let's go ahead and slide into some shout-outs brought to you by patreon.com/BrockPage. Shout out to B. Gannigan, Joseph Simmons, Cody Hill, Ziptic, Gio Lopez, who said, Brock, we need some hockey picks. Also, shout out to Niles King, who says, Brock, do you do hockey leans? Yes, I do. Manu061809, shout out to you. Shout out to Jamal Polk, Jazion Larice, Shane Brown, Alec, Chuck Pinter, Demetrius Milonis, Jay Norman, Adam D. Ford, Ricardo Garza, Linda Tarr, Donut _ Munchy Crunchy, Nas Sanders, and last but certainly not least, shout out to Steve Jang, who says, "You don't lose a lot." Well, thank you for that, Steve. All right, guys, that's going to do it for our NHL Quick Picks. Once again, don't forget to check me out on patreon.com/BrockPage, where we are 15-3-1 in our last 19 daily double picks. That's going to be good for 83%. We're also 14-3-1 on the college football season. That's going to be good for 82%. Now, that package begins at just $14.99 a month. $14.99 a month to go 14-3-1. Exceptional mark there. And then we are 45-31-3 in our last 79 plays across the board. That is patreon.com/BrockPage. Link for that site is in the description section below. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Once again, don't forget to check me out on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage. But most importantly, I got to thank you for watching me right here on YouTube. I really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. Happy Wednesday to you. Best of luck to you in the NHL season. It's finally here, guys. And don't forget to check me out on patreon.com/BrockPage.